Hi, I'm David Busis, 7 Stages Admissions Editor, and I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of the entire law school application process. When you begin your journey to law school, you should focus almost all of your energy on studying for the LSAT. But in the summer, you'll want to attend to the other components of your application. Let's go through them one by one. Law schools require you to write a personal statement, a double-spaced 1 to 3 page essay about yourself. You can usually use the same personal statement for every school. Some applications ask why you want to be a lawyer. Others, especially T14 schools, leave that prompt completely open. This essay is your chance to distinguish yourself from other candidates with similar numbers. A great essay cannot make up for a low LSAT score or bad grades, but it might push a borderline application into the yes pile, so you should spend a lot of time on it. The key is to tell a memorable story about yourself. A diversity statement is an optional essay that explains how you might make the campus more diverse. Think about diversity broadly, not just race, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, sexual orientation, or religion, but also experience, such as being a single mother or being homeschooled. Only write it if you can talk sincerely about how your background has shaped you. Not writing a diversity statement is not going to count against you, but writing a bad one will. Your diversity statement will generally be a little bit shorter than your personal statement. The resume is often treated like the neglected stepchild of the application process. It shouldn't be. It's probably the first thing an admissions officer is going to look at. She'll only spend about 30 seconds on it, but that means it's even more important for you to shape it carefully. Make sure it's scannable with plenty of white space and easy to read formatting. Only include the highlights. Try to keep it to a page and leave yourself plenty of time to work on it. Law schools usually require 2 or 3 recommendations. If you've been in the workforce for a long time, admissions officers will understand if you can't reconnect with your professors. But you should make every effort to get academic letters. They just count for much more than professional letters. Go with people who know you, not necessarily people who are important. If you've ever been subjected to disciplinary action at school or charged with a criminal offense, you'll probably have to explain what happened in a short essay. Err on the side of disclosure. Keep the essay short and factual, and take responsibility for your actions. Don't make excuses. Law schools will let you explain extenuating circumstances. For example, if you took care of a sick family member and that led to a drop in your grades, you can tell them what happened in a short essay. But don't abuse it. Make sure you're writing about a legitimate problem and something that's not going to happen again. If you write the addendum, explain all the facts and why the problem won't happen again. Some schools offer an optional Why Us essay. Treat that essay as non-optional. The schools are really trying to see if you're interested in them to protect their yield. To write a good Why School X essay, you're going to have to do some research. Talk to alumni, admissions officers, current students, and make sure you cite your conversations. Only use unique reasons, classes you want to take, clinics you want to participate in, professors you want to work with. Strip out anything that could be applied to other schools. You should usually keep this essay to 1 page or less. Some applications include idiosyncratic essays. So for example, Yale requires you to write a 250-word essay about anything. Georgetown gives you the choice of 5 optional essays. Think about how you can use these essays to complement your application. For example, if your personal statement is about why you want to be a lawyer, you might write an optional essay about a hobby. You can also use these essays to emphasize your brand. For example, I wrote my personal statement about my interest in food law, and then I wrote my Yale 250 about an artisanal butcher. Now I'll walk you through an ideal timeline for the whole application process. In June, you should sanitize your social media. Get rid of the keg stand pictures, take out the whiny comments on top law schools. Admissions officers can and will use the internet. You should also get a professional first-name.last-name email address. Then draw up a list of schools that you want to apply to, update your resume, and begin your personal statement. In July, you should ask your recommenders for letters. Get back in touch with them, have a conversation, or take them out for a cup of coffee. You should also begin your diversity statement if you're going to write one, and begin your other essays. In August, you should write your character and fitness addendum if you have to write one, and write your addendum about extenuating circumstances. Finally, iterate those other essays. Do draft after draft. It takes a long time to find the best version of a given essay. In September, you should finish your essays and just proofread the hell out of everything. Most law schools begin to accept applications on a rolling basis around the beginning of October, so that's the best time to apply because there are the most open spots. December is still a very good time to apply, and you'll probably be fine if you apply in January. It's getting a bit late by February, and rather than apply in March, I would advise you just to wait until the next application cycle. Good luck, and happy studying.